Hello everybody, thank you for viewing my channel. Wow, it's been a while, and good to be back though. So I just had a couple of things I needed to take care of while I was away, and yeah. So anyway, I've had people request this video, more than one time, and quite a few people actually have requested it, and they wanted to know my favorite horror movies that I own. So I tried to go through and I tried to pick out 10 of my favorite horror movies that I own, but I cannot pick out 10. So I have 15 for you. And even then, there's, still more in my collection that I would like to show, but the video would just be too long. So let's start it out with the first one. And these are in no particular order, so a lot of you, if you have seen some of my videos in the past, you know what my favorite horror movies are. Plus, it's on my website as well. My top 5, I call them power rankings on my website. And my website is actually in the description below the video. So, number 1 of 15. And these are newer movies too, because there's so many classic movies. Like, I'm talking like 1930s silent movies, 20s, 30s. That I do have one really old one in here, but I don't own very many classic movies. So anyway, here's the first one, Insidious. Funny story on this one. Actually, when I very first saw this film, I did not like it one bit. I did not like it at all. And when the second one came out, my wife and I had decided to check out the first one again because she hadn't seen the first one. And we had just gotten a new sound system for our TV. And I tell you what, the sound system definitely makes a difference. And upon the second viewing of Insidious, it was a lot better. So this one kind of turned into one of my favorite ones. So, yeah, that's the first one. Here's the second one. The Exorcist. Obviously, this is a little dusty. Obviously, this is going to be in just about anybody's favorite horror movie, collection, favorite all-time horror movie. And obviously, this is a very old DVD with the snap case. I don't know if they still sell the snap case or not, but anyway, yeah. Here's one you may or may not have heard of. This is called Population 436, or Population 436. This actually has Fred Durst in it. And upon first viewing this film, I was like, well, I'm not sure about this, but then as I watched it and got through the whole movie, I'm like, oh wow, this is a really, really intense movie. Not really intense, but once you find out what's going on, you'll be pretty surprised. And there's a couple haunting scenes in there that will stick with you a little bit. So here's another one, High Tension. This film is, I believe, an Italian film, if I'm not mistaken. Either way, this film's in English, and this is the unrated version. If you have not seen this film, you need to see it. It's very bloody, very gory, and there's a lot of stuff to think about when you're watching the movie. It might throw you for a loop. Here's another one, Amusement. This is pretty scary to me because of the scary clown. One of the scenes in there, one of the more scary scenes in this movie, obviously, is, and I hate to give it away for people, is with the clown sitting in the chair. And yeah, so that kind of threw me for a loop. You already knew this one was going to be on my list. This is Halloween. I also have a Blu-ray version of this as well, and nothing really needs to be said about this movie. This is definitely my favorite movie of all time. I would have Halloween 2 here as well, but like I said, I'm only going to be doing 15 of them. Here's another one, Saw. This is the first one. The second one was good. The later ones are okay, but not as good as the first and second ones. But I just picked this one out to show you. This is one of my favorite ones that I own. I do have the Blu-ray of that one as well. But here's one from Norway. This is called Next Door. Very intense. Very shocking. You know, you just need to watch it. It's fairly short film, but it seems kind of long because it's just really intense. Wow, you know, just wow. Begotten. This film is very disturbing. I mean, there's no you know, talking in the film. It's pretty much a silent film other than nature sounds, and it's all black and white as well. A lot of times you can't tell what you're looking at, but this is just really... some of the images in this film will definitely stick with you for forever, pretty much. So, Dead Silence. This is a, you know, pretty disturbing. It's interesting, to say the least. But the whole ventriloquist dolls in there, and you know, killing and bloody dead people and everything. It's pretty intense. That's why it made my favorite lists. Now these are, like I said, my favorite ones that I own. So Friday the 13th, this is the first one. I do have pretty much the whole series except for the Jason Goes to Hell, and I do not have Freddy vs. Jason either, but I just chose this one. Pretty much the whole series is my favorite. I mean, you know, I just picked this one up because this one was the first one. You know, I would be showing you like all of them, but too many films to show you. If you have not seen this, which I'm sure you probably have, please watch it. One of the best horror films in my generation. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original one. This is from 1974. And this is... I watched when I was growing up, my dad used to let us watch horror films. And I watched this one at a very young age, and kind of scarred me a little bit when I first saw Leatherface. But yeah, it's very scary. Not very gory, though, but definitely scary and disturbing as well. This release is a Pioneer release. I got this when I was a freshman in college. It cost me $35. That's crazy. Dracula, the original Dracula, and this is the Universal Legacy series, and I also have Frankenstein, the same, you know, Universal Legacy series. Sorry, my words are kind of being bumbled right now. But this is pretty much, you know, where it pretty much all started as far as the Dracula films go. And if you have not seen this one, definitely check it out. It's from 1930, I don't know what it is, 34 or something like that, whatever. Evil Dead. This is the first one. Evil Dead 2 is good as well, and Army of Darkness is also good, but this is kind of where the series started. I have not seen the remake yet. I have it recorded on my DVR, so I'm going to have to check that out to see how it compares to this original one. But this is pretty disturbing as well. Kind of some shocking scenes, definitely gory, and So if you have not seen this one yet, definitely check it out. Finally, last but not least, number 15 of 15. And this, I have two different versions of this film. But anyway, this is the 35th anniversary exhumed edition of Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things. And this is kind of a funny movie at times, but the very last scene really threw me for a loop, and I couldn't really sleep that night. It was from 1972. It's 87 minutes long. If you can get past the acting and whatever, definitely check it out. This is actually from the director of Black Christmas and A Christmas Story. The same dude that made A Christmas Story directed this. I think his name's Bob Clark or something like that. And yeah, Bob Clark. So anyway, that's 15 of my favorite horror movies that I do own. I also have a few more, like I said, that I could have included in here, like Suicide Club and Guruzuka, a couple of Asian ones, but I just kind of wanted to stick with some ones that maybe people have either heard of or some really classic ones. So anyway, thank you very much for viewing my channel, and if you've not subscribed, please do subscribe. Tell your friends to subscribe. Forward this video to all your friends, and in the future I'll be having more reviews, obviously, and yeah, so thanks very much, and until next time, have a wonderful, wonderful day.